Press Alt, press the Alt key. Press the Alt. What's up, guys? It's Black Wayne 2040. Of course, as you can tell by the stream title, today is a very special day and birthday. Now, before I do a lot of talking, I'm trying to look at the I see the YouTube has changed a lot. They have a new like way to watch live streams now, I think. But I wonder because before I was able to like, there would be a pop-up screen where I could just stream it from there, at the mic and the camera and the camera controls, but this is different. Like really really different. And almost new, easier modern. Press the Alt key to pause the chat, then point to a message to delete it, block the user, or take other action. Let us know how this option works for you at the top of the right menu. Okay. Now, but what I'm trying to figure out. Where's the option that makes me not turn off the camera? Because sometimes when I step away, I like to turn off the camera so that way you guys won't be looking at like a big screen in the back behind me. There's no way for me to turn it off, which is odd. Hmm. This is really weird. Let me see something. And don't worry, guys. I see you guys in the chat. I'm just trying to get used to this stuff. I wish YouTube would like. I don't know. I wish they would notify their peoples, the people who do YouTube videos about their new formats and everything. Because if they're just having people just do this off the top of their heads, people are gonna be confused. So I'm a bit lost at the moment on how this works. Okay, chat room is the same like how it always is, but I don't know. Like this is really crazy. Oh well, I guess I'm gonna have to make do with this. So if I have to step off screen, I'm sorry. If I always tell you guys in advance I'll step off screen for a second, but apparently you thing up. But anyway, let's go to the chat. Kchin Vlogs, what's up? Dawnbreaker, what's up? Batman 101, what is up? Tevia, what is up? Thank you guys so much for the birthday wishes. I very much appreciate it. I appreciate it a lot. Kel sang Inferno. Thank you. Thank you. I just I just felt the need to do this because 21st birthday, celebrate. Uh, I do have a little something I want to show you guys, but I want to save that. I want to save that for later. But first, let's a little life update. Pretty great. Taking the courses are a lot different. Workload is different. I would say the workload is heavy, very heavy, and you know, and the great thing is the college is not that too far from me, so I don't have to travel that far anyway. Um, Another thing. Hang on. Have you been keeping up with Geo? Also, thoughts on the Beast Morphers toys that were announced. I'm going to talk about everything that's going on in the Ranger and the Tokyo community in a bit, because I have some things I want to say, because man, oh man, those reveals. But yeah, life has been great. I had the week off of work. Like, I was off of work this entire week because high schools, public schools, they had the midwinter break. So basically, that was great, and I guess it felt it felt well needed. I needed to just breathe from a week of work, and yeah, I mean, of course, still working. It's fun. I enjoy it. I enjoy it. Now, but yeah, let's talk a little bit about the stuff for Beast Morphers. Lord Jesus, Hasbro, Hasbro, Hasbro. What you did, Hasbro? Well, you just made us all into very, very happy Ranger fans. Like, I kid you not. Those toys look so dope, so gorgeous. Even the kitty toys look so adorable. I am just blown away of what they've done. I don't collect toys. I don't play with toys anymore. Like, I haven't played with toys in, like, I don't know. I don't even remember the last time I played with toys. But still, oh my goodness, those toys look freaking awesome. The detail on Beast Morpher Red looks just. They got the detail down to like T perfectly. Like, oh my god. Like, what? Like, just, my gosh. I don't even know what to say. Oh, I almost forgot to mention. Guys, if you're here in the chat, please share the stream out with on all platforms of Twitter, of all social media platforms on Twitter. I don't use Facebook, but if you have Facebook, go right ahead. Share it in your Discord servers, because that would be great. Um, Thoughts on the console Power Range Battle for the Grid? Look, Battle for the Grid looks interesting because it's not your. People keep saying it's not a port of Legacy Wars, but it's not bad. And they saying the fighting style is going to be the same thing as Dragon Ball FighterZ. I haven't played Dragon Ball FighterZ yet. Whenever I probably get like maybe an Xbox One or even a Switch, I'll get it. But the fighting style is said to be just like Dragon Ball FighterZ, and that's kind of cool. And it's a three versus three match. Hey, anything is better than Legacy Wars. Look, Legacy Wars, like I said, Legacy Wars has been just a big cash grab from because I got back into it and then I just stopped because it was addicting. Legacy Wars is addicting, and when they bring in more characters, it's just feeding money right out of your pockets. It's like one of those moments where you just see a character you want and you can just feel the money just fly out of your pockets. I didn't do that, but that's just basically what it feels like. For the people who do, like, spend the money on the rich, not the money on the richest, like, just actually spend their money on the new characters. Look, that's on me. I don't have to waste a certain amount of money just to buy not power gems, crystals, just so I could spend as many chances as I can to get new characters. That's another thing that annoys me. It's based by chance with the morph boxes, how you just get random rangers and whatever rank that you are, but still. Battle for the Grid seems interesting. I mean, we only got 5 confirmed characters, which are Jason, Tommy, Gia, Draken, and Ranger Slayer. So I really hope they choose a very, very good roster. I do not want to see just MMPR also. No, I don't. Okay, that's one thing. I don't want to see all 6 MMPR Rangers in that game because that's already taking up most of the roster. And this game is supposed to have 15 Rangers. 15. You got over, I don't know how many Rangers, you got 100. Let's just say you got over 100 Rangers. Yes, you got over 100 Rangers. And out of those 100, you got to pick 15. Just 15. Out of those 15, do not make it the MMPR Rangers. We see them everywhere. They're slapped on every bit of merchandising, toys, book bags, lunch boxes, even I know they're the face of the franchise, but still, there are other Rangers besides MMPR. So please choose other Rangers. Like SPD for Pete's sake. Like we only got 2 Rangers that were put into Legacy Wars, which were Doggy and Cat. Doggy I'm cool with. Cat, I'll let it slide because Cat's a very obscure ranger and she's basically an extra. She's an extra ranger. She fits in the extras category. But I mean, come on, there's other people that you can use. Sky, Jack, Bridge. There's so many other characters. Sam. I'm surprised they didn't put Omega Ranger into the game. That's really crazy. You know what? Ooh. I can feel they may do this. If you guys read Solo the Dragon and you guys know that Sky is the new leader of SPD and his new ranger form is called SPD Decker Ranger, I wouldn't be surprised if they put that character in Legacy Wars. Heck, I'm surprised they put, well, I'm not surprised that they put the Dark Ranger in Legacy Wars because I find that actually pretty cool that they put him in there. Very generous and very cool. And one of his taunts is he plays the Kyryuger Dino Soul theme. I'm like, oh my gosh. But still, that's not going to force me back to play the game, though. See? I'm just going to say this now. I actually want the Beast Morphers backpack. It looks well made. It's sleek, and it doesn't even look that bad. It does. It does look pretty good. I could use a new backpack. I could use a new backpack. That Grid Battle Force backpack looks pretty dope. I would like to get that though. It's a good looking backpack. But what else? What else? Solar Ranger in the game. Heck, I won't even. Okay, in what though? Legacy Wars or Battle for the Grid? Because if they put Solar Ranger in Legacy Wars, that's not surprising because Legacy Wars Enway has been really putting in all in either. I feel like they will put Solar Ranger in Legacy Wars. If anything, Solar Ranger make her a DLC character because she's an original created design, comic book design. So yes, Solar Ranger will fit her. But Grid Battle Force, hey, at least we have as to what GB means for Beast Morphers. Hey, somehow. So it works. Speaking of GB, I was actually watching Go Brothers versus Gokaiger last night. Man, that's another one of the best Sentai team ups ever. I just like the way that was filmed, and it's a great one because the Gokaigers into. Man, what can I say? It's the Gokaigers are in the movie. Anything with the Gokaigers in it, it's gonna be great. But someone mentioned Geo. Have I been keeping up with Geo? Yes. I didn't watch this week's episode just yet. I know that Kamen Rider Kekai is the new future writer in this episode, and his actor is Zamigo from Lupin versus Pato Ranger, which is very surprising, but still. I know someone put the whatchamacallit, the synopsises, is that even a word? The synopsises of the next episodes of Geo after that future writer arc. And it's something that popped up was a mention of another Geo. Now I'm thinking, are they talking about Mirror, the Geo from the Mirror world, or like there's gonna be a legit Kaijin version of Geo? If there is, that would be dope. Because I'm telling you, those another rider suits are very, very well designed. And I'm surprised they gave another Ryuga instead of giving it another Ryuki look. Bandai and Saban. We're not going to adapt Go Busters because it has no gimmick. Hasbro, hold my beer. Later, late. Hasbro makes a gimmick for the Go Busters adaptation. Hasbro seems to be they actually see what they're doing. And regarding a Beast Morphers trailer, I'm patient because guys, it's almost midnight here on the East Coast, and come on, we're 1 week away. We're 1 week away from Power Rangers Beast Morphers. We're 1 week away. I just I want it to be good. I feel like we may get a trailer tomorrow because especially since the show debuts a week from tomorrow. So I feel like we will get a trailer. We will. They're not gonna Hasbro's not gonna leave us hanging. So we will get something. Um what else? What else? What else? But yeah. I'm doing great, Blue Beetle. Thank you for the birthday shout out. Thank you. My hope for a ToQger adaptation is high. Uh, Look, and I've watched ToQger. ToQger, I didn't give ToQger crap, but I was kind of pulled away from it because of the train design, but I gave it a chance. What pulled me in, okay, before I even watched ToQger, what pulled me in was the theme song. I remember I downloaded the theme song just to hear how it sounds, and it was dope. The theme song was so dope. And then I watched the show. The story was, do not. I underestimated ToQger. I really did. Don't let the train gimmick and the rainbowness of the show fool you. That show has a dark story, but it is awesome. ToQger is literally one of my favorite Sentais. Because mainly I love the color scheme of the suits, and I love how the Rangers get to transfer colors. It's great. Also, Kakai's actor also played Kikator in the Kikatori. Yeah, I heard about that. I'm regarding Kikator, I'm not whatchamacallit. I'm not whatchamacallit. Don't forget the train don't forget the train meme. Yeah, I know that season gave us one of the craziest memes ever. Oh my gosh. We are all naughty by nature. We are all naughty by nature. Anyway, I love trains and imagination, so ToQger is perfect for me, especially the story element. But yeah, the imagination aspect is great. It's really great. And they're kids that got turned into adults. Spoiler for those who didn't watch ToQger, but they're they're kids. It's a kiddie show, but it has a great story. So don't let the train gimmick fool you. And to be honest, the mechs in ToQger, not the main mech. It looks very stilted, if I could say. But the other mechs, like the auxiliary Zord mech, looks great. Like I think that's one of my favorite ones. And the final mech, where every Zord is, I will call it the Ultra Zord the of the season. That's it's a tall mech. It's a big mech. It's basically It's basically those. It's the base mech, if I would say, like the HQ mech, kind of like Deca Base Robo from Deca Ranger / Delta Command Megazord. Speaking of Deca Ranger, I just started watching Deca Ranger. Oh my god, I am so mad that I skipped that season when I first started watching Sentai. Oh my gosh, why did I skip that season? It is so good. I love Bond. I love Bond. Bond is just like he's hyper, he's loud, but I just love the way how he fights with his D magnums. It just makes me want to have those. I just want to have those. I mean, I watched SPD growing up. I know what the Delta blasters were. I know Jack didn't really use them as much, but Bond, oh my gosh, I just want to have those weapons of my own. I'd be like, let's go, and just like run into a fight, just blasting people from side to side, just blasting people. It's just oh my gosh, those weapons look so cool. But yeah, Deca Rangers are a really great season. I feel like by the time at the end of this, um, when I by the end I get a Deca Ranger, I might be bashing the show. I'm not the show. I'll probably be bashing SPD because SPD is one of my favorite Ranger seasons, and Deca Ranger, the sixth Ranger, actually has an actor. But yeah, but still, I'm 10 episodes in, and I love it. I love it. I can't wait till I get to Deca Break's debut. That's what I'm really, really waiting for. I mean, Deca Ranger took our battle. True, true, true. But they only did that once. They did that once. And they only used it for the Magi Ranger versus Deca Ranger team up movie. And I'm surprised they actually took that from us. Usually we're taking stuff from them. They take this from us. So I find it interesting that they kind of paid a little homage to us. I mean, to Power Rangers in that. So kudos to you, Toei. Kudos to you. Um, what else? Regarding a Kamen Rider, I'm currently watching Kamen Rider Ryuki right now. I just finished Forze. Lord Jesus. Forze is so freaking beautiful. The final two episodes had me in tears. I know people say Forze is a show that's based on friendship, but the heart, literally the heart in that show, it's just so god darn beautiful. Like Forze. Forze. Dang it. Man. Forze was just excellent. And I know Forze was the 40th anniversary of Kamen Rider. So Toei, you delivered. You delivered with that show. You really freaking delivered. Man, oh man. Still, I wonder though. Sub because I'm really ready to just watch that movie. Just to see all 20 Heisei Kamen Riders fighting together and riding off into this. I would say riding off into the sunset. But it's funny how because not every rider has a rider machine. Looking at you, Drive. Beast Morphers actually looks good, not like the turds that Neil Saban put out, except for Dino Charge. That was the saving grace of Neil Saban. Supercharge, on the other hand, yeah. Also, Forze rules. Yes, Forze is awesome. Uh, what else can I talk about? What else can I talk about? Maybe I chose a. I feel like I may have chosen a wrong time to go live. I mean, it's Friday. Everyone's out. Everyone's out on a Friday night. Me, uh, hoped for a Power Rangers movie sequel. Yes, I'm hoping there will be a sequel. I feel like Paramount, not Paramount, All Spark Pictures will do a great job because here's the thing. I actually want them to bring in Lord Zed because it would be a good jumping on point. Because Rita, last time we saw Rita, she was thrown into space, and she was heading towards the moon. So I feel like who knows, maybe they could hint that before Rita talk about deceased or heroes in crisis. Oh, I'm gonna get to that in a second, Batman. I'm glad you brought that up. I'm gonna get to that in a second. But yeah, for a Power Ranger sequel, I was thinking maybe have Zordon, maybe bring a flashback of Zordon and his team fighting Lord Zed. Say before there was Rita, there was Lord Zed, and Rita was part of his team. So I think that would be a good, point. Maybe Lord Zed gave Rita the influence, gave her the inner influence, and maybe I should take over the world instead of just being with Zordon and his Rangers. I'm thinking that could probably work. And regarding the whole Tommy aspect of Tommy being a female in the movie, No, I'm for it. I'm for it. I don't have a problem with it. I think it'll be a new twist of things. So I say, yeah, do it. Make it happen. Now, yes, Batman 101, you bring up a great point. Talk about deceased Heroes in Crisis and Bendis' Superman. I have been reading Brian Michael Bendis' Superman run, and I'm in between on this. Bendis can be great, but he has a bad way of just changing people's characters. Like, I just feel like in Bendis, he just immediately. I feel like, what is his need of having a character to swear every single time? Like, if you read his works, every single character is swearing. Like, oh, that's kind of pushing. Not every single, but a character is always swearing in his books. With Superman, Superman is not the kind of character to swear a lot. Like, I mean, yeah, superheroes do swear, but Superman of all characters, like, why? And the whole change of Jonathan Kent going from 12 to 17, I was really concerned about that. Trust me, I really was. I'm like, what did they do to Superboy, and why does he look taller? I was very, very concerned about that. My personal favorite Bendis work is Ultimate Spider. Ultimate Spider-Man is a really great series. I didn't finish reading it yet. I'm on like volume. I'm on the story arc where Spider-Man fights Black Cat and Elektra. That's the story arc I'm up to. Cause look, Ultimate Spider-Man has to be one of the best Spider-Mans. It is one of the best Spider-Man comic series ever written. It's new. It's mod. It's basically when the Ultimate Universe started. It was basically for those people who it was a jumping on point for new readers. That's basically what it was. Now, Heroes in Crisis. I honestly don't know what the heck they're really doing with Heroes in Crisis. It's just like they're just killing off heroes for no apparent reason. So many heroes are getting killed off. And then I'm looking at the cover for the final issue. Wally West is on the cover. Old school Wally, not Black Wally. Old school Wally is on the cover. And I'm feel like they're hinting that Wally is the killer. I'm like, what? Why? Like, why would you make? And Wally is such a fan favorite character. People say he's like, to be honest, I think he is one of the best Flashes ever. And I can say that by reading the Jeff Johns Flash run. I mean, I grew up watching Wally. I didn't know it was Wally that was in Justice. I mean, when I was watching Justice League, I didn't know who Flash was. I didn't know who the Flash family was. I didn't know there was a legacy to the Flash persona. So I'm just thinking, Flash is Flash. I didn't think there was like more than one Flash. And that's one of the things I like about DC. I love how they do legacy heroes. I feel like with Marvel, they don't need to do that. I mean, it's cool, but DC does it way better. When Marvel does it, it's a bit lacking. Now, Deceased, that was a quite a reveal that Tom Taylor made on Twitter because I'm wondering what the heck this event is gonna. I thought it was gonna be an event, but it's an Elseworld story, so it's not part of the main continuity. It'd be dope if it was. Now, what they're doing is killing characters because A, the deal wants them gone, and B, Tom King thinks if he kills people, his PTSD story will be cool. Yeah, I heard that's one of the reasons why Tom King created the whole Heroes in Crisis story, but I'm like, why though? And I know Dan DiDio hates legacy characters, and I still can't believe I met him in person at Comic Con, like back in 2016. I met him at Comic Con. I thought he was a cool person, but dang, his opinions are so strong. I'm like, it's like so many things people don't say on camera, which is funny. But like Dan DiDio doesn't even he hates Nightwing, which is so. How could you hate the first Robin, the first sidekick in superhero history, to step out on his own to become his own hero. How could you hate a character like that? And on top of that, they tried to kill Nightwing many times in DC. But I hope they know. Well, they're already ruined Nightwing right now. I'm like, it's crazy. Actually, DC may be in the continuity. We don't know. Okay, who knows? Toku Kid, what is up, my boy? What is up? But still, if they kill off, well, DC knows. If I mean, they should know. If they kill off certain characters, people are going to be very pissed off. Or make any changes to the characters, people are going to be pissed off. Like, Damian went from a cool. I mean, well, Damian came out. He was a annoying, whiny little brat to a calm, cool person. I feel like once Rebirth started, I started to like Damian a lot more. And then after the whole No Justice thing and the Teen Titans roster change, he goes up back onto a killing spree. I'm like, what happened to Damian? Just watched Doom Patrol and loved it. Kind of wish this came out first with Beast Boy also on the team. I'm hearing good things about Doom Patrol. I wasn't sure if I should give it a watch or not because I mean, you got Cyborg in Doom Patrol. I'm like, Cyborg belongs with the Titans, not the Doom Patrol. So what the heck? But I mean, I did love the Doom Patrol episode in Titans. That was a really good episode. But I may give it a look, and maybe. Um, but yeah, that's just my thoughts on Heroes in Crisis. I'm just waiting for that event to end, and I'm waiting for Doomsday Clock to end because I feel like some ramifications are gonna pull up once those two events are done. And I saw the solicitations for DC for May. Nothing new. Nothing new. Except that Dan Jurgens is gonna be taking over the Nightwing book, but I dropped the Nightwing book, so I'm not gonna go back to that. It's super adult though, and I hope if we see Mento in Doom Patrol, he dies fast. I hate Mento in every version of him I saw so far. Yeah, Mento is a jerk. He really is a jerk. Well, he was a jerk in the Teen Titans cartoon, that I know. But in the comic, I didn't read that many Doom Patrol comics, so I just know the Doom Patrol because of the Teen Titans TV show. But this one arc in the Teen Titan comics I was reading, this was after Infinite Crisis happened, and this is when Beast Boy went back to the Doom Patrol. And the chief, well, the chief is a jerk. Chief is the one that's a real jerk. Titans was awful. I mean, I like Titans for what it was. My only problem with Titans is it deserved another episode. I did not like the way it ended because if that ending really felt like a cliffhanger and a bad one. There are good cliffhangers and there are bad ones. That finale was not good. What else? What else? Speaking of Doom Patrol, are you going to watch that series on DC Universe? Maybe. I mean, maybe. That's why I wanted to see BB with Doom Patrol for a few episodes just to get that team. And I like Raven and Beast Boy from Titans, but overall it failed. I mean, I like it for what it is. It's fine. My only problem with Titans was everything about how they butchered the character. They didn't really butcher the characters. They have a mythos in there. Heck, they got Donna Troy in the show, and Dick and Donna have a history of each other because they were friends since they were kids. So I'm thinking, oh, they got something. They have something going on here. They really have something going on here. We got a live action. We got a first ever live action version of Jason Todd, and the actor did a great job because Jason is a douche. He really is a douche. Yeah, I know everyone hates Starfire's outfit, but I mean, look, they pushed too much on the idea of season 2 and that short changes Titans season 1 overall. But still, hey, at least we're getting Superboy in season 2. But here's my thing though. Since they're doing Superboy, he better not, and I'm being dead serious, he better not have that terrible, terrible New 52 design. Because if he does, I will riot. I will riot. I didn't care about Starfire's outfit. She always has been a sexual character. She really has. She has. It's not like gosh. It's like people were making a fuss over a character that looks over sexualized. Look at her original design from the 80s. What do you think that was? You shouldn't be introducing Superboy if you don't grasp on your others. Oh, I thought you meant on the other characters. Well, it was just a little tease. I'm pretty sure it was just a little tease. And plus, we're getting Crypto. But yeah, I mean, Hawk and Dove were great. I really did like the Hawk and Dove origin episode. That was a really good episode to learn about their origins and how they became, like street level heroes, and they kind of still are street level. But they were cool. They were cool. But here's my thing though about their origin story. When they killed Dawn's mother and Hank's brother Don, but here's the way it looked weird how they killed them all because I don't know, was it a bus? I think it was a bus that killed them. Like right when the bus turned, it looked like both of them moved out of the way. It really did look like they both moved out of the way. I didn't see them really get, killed. It didn't seem like it. I just hear Hank yelling, "Dawn!" I'm like, what happened? And they're like, oh, her mother and his brother died. But Hawk and Dove were great characters. They're not one of my favorites. They're not like my favorite members of the Teen Titans, but they're great characters. They really are. I feel like Young Justice Outsiders. I feel like there's something else I wanted to talk about. Young Justice Outsiders. That's another thing I could talk about. Oh my gosh, Young Justice Outsiders. And I really hope we get a fourth season announcement somehow by now, because the show doesn't come back on the DC Universe app until June. They played the first 13 episodes in January and played the rest of them in June. I wouldn't say love. I like what I see. I really like what I see. And I like the formation of how the Outsiders team is supposed to be. It's really great. Like, you got three teams going on. You got the Outsiders, you got the Justice League. Wait, no. The Outsiders, the Justice League, the team, and the team, the Outsiders, the League. Oh, Batman. Wait, that's four teams. Wow. I'm tired of the Judas contract, but they set up Damian and Red Hood, and they set up for next season. I'm sure they are confident in season 4. Justice League, Outsiders, the League, the Outsiders, the team, and back. Yeah, so I was right. 4 teams. I'm thinking like, wait a minute, because I remember that episode where all 3 teams did a mission, but it was back to back to back, and it played the same role. So I'm like, wait a minute. But yo, some of those episodes, how they just threw in surprises of upcoming characters like Jason Todd, Talia, Damian. I was like, oh my goodness, this is please give us more. Like just give us more. Like I just love what I'm seeing, and I really hope I get to see more Tim. You guys know Tim Drake is my favorite Robin of all time, so I really hope we get more of Tim. I really was hoping they wasn't gonna do Judas contract with Tara, but I kind of suspected it because Tara's the key villain of the Judas contract, because she's the one that takes everyone out from the inside. So I'm kind of chilled that they're doing the Judas contract in this season, because Like we got a comic about it. We got it in the Teen Titans TV show. We got an actual animated movie about it, which was a really great movie. I just didn't like Nightwing's suit. Batman's team doesn't have a name, but I love how they call it Batman Incorporated. I love they have Cisco maybe because Young Justice does drop characters like Guardian 2. Also, Metamorpho and Katana, they're also part of Batman's team. But I just find it crazy though how in the first episode the leaguers just so many leaguers just quit. I'm like, whoa. Like Plastic Man quits, Katana quits, Green Arrow quits, Batman quits. I'm like, dang, all of you guys are quitting. And Aqualad's the new Aquaman. I'm like, okay, that's a big step up. Now it really makes me wonder though. Well, I know Aquaman's probably, being king of Atlantis and raising his son. Yo, that episode where whatchamacallit, their roster of heroes got really big, so I'm guessing the Dark Side War, whatever season, will kill many heroes. I'm pretty sure the whole dark side aspect we're gonna see in the second half of the show when it comes back. But yo, that one episode where all the mothers of the superhero, well, let's just say the women, the powerful women of the DC universe. Yeah, Mara with her son Lois Lane with Jonathan, baby Jonathan Kent. I did not expect to see that in Young Justice. You had Iris with the Tornado Twins. Who else was in that room? Who else? Oh, Bumblebee, Karen. She was there. She was there as well. Who else? Who else was in that room? Who else? But man, that was another great episode. And Ocean Master didn't last that long because I remember Vandal Savage saying, also in the future never changed, and people haven't really talked about it. Bart's apocalypse is still happening. Oh, oh, yeah, that is crazy. I mean, but they did. It should have changed because at the season 2 they stopped the Reach apocalypse. They stopped it from happening. Well, once they got rid of the Reach controlling Blue Beetle Scarab, that was part of the portion. And then after that, they got the Reach to leave Earth. So I don't understand. I don't understand how that's not still happening. But interesting. Remember all that change was was photon was neutron and flash and it shifted, so those events still didn't change much, or they just assumed it changed anything. Oh, true. Oh yeah, you're right. Cause yeah, in that episode, after they stopped neutron from happening, the future still didn't change. But who knows? Maybe we'll see what happens. I was thinking, as Clone Wars, after all these years, is finally getting its last series. Is there still hope for Batman Beyond's canceled Series 4? I mean, I don't know. That's that's very high up in the air. That's very high up in the air. But like I said, I've been enjoying Young Justice Outsiders. It's great. It's cool that we get to see a little bit more Beast Boy. I'm just surprised that I feel like it was just a cop out that they got Greg Sipes to voice Beast Boy in this show because hello, he was the first. Well, was he? Yes, he was the first voice of Beast Boy. I say no hope if DC shows fail like Titans and don't bring in subscribers. We'll see. All we can do is hope. Yeah, that annoyed me so much that they were. Yeah, It was so odd. I'm hearing Beast Boy's voice actor. I'm like, oh, it's Greg Sipes, the one voice of Beast Boy that I already know about. Like, seriously. Like, there's other. I understand Greg Sipes is the go-to person to play Beast Boy, but come on, there's other actors out there. Like, I just can't. Well, okay. I think it would have been best to change. Well, all right. I think that's probably one of the reasons why they did change Beast Boy's voice actor, because when Beast Boy was in season two, Beast Boy was like a kid. He was young. I guess they did that to make it, and that almost every black guy is Cyborg's voice. I mean, I can't blame that Cyborg. Every voice actor for Cyborg is black, but I did like what they did though. How Kyrie Payton, he's voicing Cyborg's father, Silas, and this person is different. Okay, the one thing that's I'm a little bit iffy on the voice actor that's voicing Cyborg. When he's yelling, that scene where he's yelling at his father, he forces it way too much. It sounds like he's just forcing his force the anger he's with the yelling. It sounded a little too much. While all the DCAU, such as Batman animated series and Batman Beyond, so they could make a season 4 if subscription gets big enough. But DC Universe is US only at the moment. That's the problem. It's US only. Yeah, it's been years since season 2 ended. The kid should be older voiced by now. Yeah, he should. He should. All right, I think it's time that I revealed my surprise to you guys, because I've been keeping it. I'm gonna say keeping it a secret, but today I figured I was out. I purchased a little, treated myself to some comic book goodness, and I got some new release. Not new releases. Well, we need a Green Lantern. Toku. We're gonna talk about that after I reveal this to you guys. So I I purchased some new books today. Uh, because of my birthday. One of these books. Yes, I had to. I had to get this book. I had to, because I remember when they first announced they were I remember back in the end of 2016 when they announced they were doing this. I was so pumped for this. It's two of my favorite things. The Justice League, which is one of my favorite superhero teams out there, and Power Rangers. Mashed together in one book. I mean, come on. Come on. Who wouldn't? So, all right, so that's one of them. I can't wait to do a live read on this. I am definitely going to be doing a live read on this. I bought this because I want to do a live read on it, and two, this is a great story. Even though it's 6 issues long, but great. Next I bought was Amazing Spider-Man Spider Island. I bought the hardcover of that book. Did you see the Solar Ranger teams? Yes, I did. We're going to talk about that too. I bought the Spider. Here's the thing though. When I purchase Marvel books, this is just Marvel comic books, period. Why do Marvel comic books gotta be so pricey? This book was $35. Well, yes, $35. Because you got the main story, you got the whole main portion of the story, as long as the preludes of the story and some tie-ins in it as well. But I have purchased some other of Dan Slott's Amazing Spider-Man run. Not I'm talking about before the whole Superior Spider-Man stuff happened. I don't worry about price. My comic book store gives me discounts. Same with with Midtown Comics. They they give you a they have their discounts. They have sales. I seem to mainly they only do their sales online. I seem to never be around for when they do like a in-store sale. But they have this thing where you purchase if your purchases amount to $100, they take $20 off of your next purchase. So, 100, you have 100, and then your next purchase is whatever amount. They take the $20 of how much of it that book is, and they minus it. So yeah. But yeah, I bought this because I think it's a really interesting story. And Dan Slott's run, Dan Slott has done some questionable things with Spider-Man, but he has some good things. Another purchase that I bought, Superman Batman Volume 6, and the final volume of this series will be out next week, so I'll be getting that too. This was $30. That's the thing with DC books. They always up the price of each volume. I'm going to talk about that soon. You reminded with me with comics, I guess no SN. Yeah, I just realized. I guess there's no superhero news network on the hashtag tomorrow. So guess there was no superhero news, but oh well. But yeah, that here's another book I've been itching to get for so long. I've been wanting to get this book since I first went to Comic-Con. Avengers versus X-Men. This is a really great story arc. I remember when I read it. I think I read it digital. Did I read it? I think I read it digitally, or someone had it that I was able to read it. But I had someone explain the story to me. I think it's for the awards. It'll be fun tomorrow and noise. Thanks, Toku. But yeah, I mean, come on. You got two of the biggest teams in Marvel Comics going head to head against each other over one of the most strongest forces in the universe, the Phoenix Force. But come on, the Avengers versus the X-Men. It's a really great story. I loved it. And of course, I watched Comic Historian's complete storyline, so that's kind of another reason how I got a bit of it. And that's another thing too. You have I want to say this is a convoluted. No, this is a very decisive story because some members of the X-Men are also Avengers. Wolverine, who was originally an X-Men, he sides with the Avengers in this book. Same thing with Beast. Aha, I bet you guys didn't know that. I bet you guys didn't know Beast is also an Avenger. So yeah, this is definitely getting a live read for sure. I'm definitely doing a live read on this. And last but not least, I know I mentioned to you guys I hated the New 52. Like so many things that they done, they ruined so many characters. But there's one thing I gotta give the New 52 props for. They gave us this epic story, this epic, beautiful origin story. The one that started the New 52 off. This is finest. This is DC at its finest. One of DC at its finest. You got amazing art by the incredible Jim Lee, and Geoff Johns is writing this book. Like this is a really great book. It really is. And to be honest, I loved Geoff Johns' New 52 run. Some things were a little bit odd, but I still liked it. I like New 52 Flash, like New 52 mostly Flash, and I think the one or two Static books that were released, unless I'm just that Static series on Toku only lasted 8 issues. And I'm sad at the treatment that Static got in the New 52 because Snyder's Batman run was the best thing. I know. Scott Snyder's Batman run is another one of the greatest Batman runs ever. And right now, I'm currently reading Peter Tomasi's Batman and Robin run because when the New 52 came out, I was bashing almost every single thing about it except for Justice League. Like I feel like after Geoff Johns left the Green Lantern book during New 52, so we could focus on Justice League and other projects, I feel like the Green Lantern book kind of plummeted a bit. So I dropped that book series completely. Hey, the birthday. Thanks, Larry. Dilly. The first mirror run I did got 6,000 views on IG. Maybe you should try doing. I don't know if I had to do Toku. If I had to do a mirror run, I would have to. How did you do that anyway? Like, how did you make that? I don't know how you did that because it looks fun to do, but I don't know how to do that. But yeah, it's just the New 52 was cool and all, but they got rid of some of my favorite. Heck, Black Lightning barely got any spotlight in the New 52. So many heroes went through all this drastic change with the New 52, and it hurt. Even the Titans. Oh my gosh, the Titans got the worst of the worst change. Every single one of them got the worst of the worst. It felt bad. Characters were gone. Characters were removed. Characters went through changes. I know people say change is good, but change like this, that wasn't good. Cause me, I still say the pre 52 is the best era of DC. Now Rebirth did a great job. Literally start from one side of a mirror and run to the other side till the camera passes the entire mirror and cut them together. I mean, Togo, did you use like some editing software or something? Because I feel like that's what you need to do just to make that mirror run video. Because I seriously don't know how to do it. Uh, Wait a second. And nope, just free stuff on my phone. Toku, you are one tech savvy dude. I'll give you that. You are really one tech savvy dude. But also I think for the sake of it, yes, I'll do a live read on this because this is a classic story. The story came out 8 years ago. 8 years ago. It's all very simple. Camera cuts. Camera cuts. But yes, I think I will do a live read on this story because it's classic. It's 8 years old, and it's just it made it made sales. This story really made a lot of sales. So, and on top of that, the animated movie for it, I wish it was odd with Shazam being there instead of what you call it, Aquaman. Aquaman shows up in the sequel, but still, I love this story. It's a great origin story of the Justice League. I just wish I know I kind of like what Scott Snyder is doing with Justice League right now, but he's really going big, really, really big. But it's just like when you go big on a cosmic scale like that, it's a little bit hard to understand. I do like how he incorporates the Legion of Doom, but I do want to see more of them. Like what I kind of expected was when he said he was bringing back the Legion of Doom. I was expecting like a more Justice League versus Legion of Doom thing. But what I do like what he's doing is he's keeping them around in this run and he's giving them their own single issue. Like you get the arc first, and then after the arc is done, you get a Legion of Boom issue. And then I said Legion of Boom, Legion of Doom. You get a Legion of Doom issue. Then arc one Legion of Doom, arc one Legion of Doom. So I kind of like what he's doing there, and it's not a bad roster. Lex, Joker, Cheetah, Gorilla Grodd, Sinestro, and Black Manta. Yeah, that's not a bad roster. If I would add someone else to that roster, I would add Reverse Flash and Deathstroke. That would be a great roster. I think that, yeah, yeah. But I'm just surprised Sinestro is not a Yellow Lantern anymore because I always enjoyed Sinestro as a Yellow Lantern. Yellow Lantern. I love the Lantern, the Green Lantern mythos. Period. It's one of my favorite mythos in the DC universe. But yeah, yeah, yeah. This is the stuff that I bought for myself, and I will be doing live reads on these whenever I get free time, which will probably be the summer, maybe even spring break. Spring break. So yeah. And Tom Taylor wrote. I forgot to tell you guys. Tom Taylor is the man who wrote Justice League Power Rangers. I want there needs to be a sequel though. I know Boom Studios didn't announce anything. They said there's no um chance of Justice League / Power Rangers getting a sequel, but it should because I love it when companies do these intercompany crossovers, like with Batman and Ninja Turtles. I read both of the crossovers, number one and number two, and now they're coming out with a number three this year because 35th anniversary of Ninja Turtles and 80th anniversary of Batman. Of course, we're getting a movie about it. So that's gonna be a really interesting movie. And now speaking of IDW and Ninja Turtles, I actually did start reading the the IDW Turtle comic book last year, and the Sonic the Hedgehog comic book. So yeah, IDW has some really great stuff. Like they do. I'm kind of tempted to read their Transformers books, but they got so many. And they got so many Ninja Turtle books as well, but I know which series to keep reading for the Ninja Turtles one. But Transformers, they got so many up the wazoo. Like every single series, it's in chronological order and it's a whole one timeline. I'm like, that's a lot. Like that's a lot. Even the Optimus Prime comic book series that they had. I wonder if that comic book ended, because I didn't really hear anything about it. IDW Optimus Prime. Because I don't think they canceled it or ended it. Not to my knowledge. Transformers is pretty good. Yeah, and speaking of Transformers, I started watching Transformers Cyberverse. It's actually, yes, it's kitty looking, but the animation is cool. The voice, the story, it takes some time to pick up, but it's a cool looking story, and I love Transformers. Like I've been watching Transformers since the Unicron trilogy in when it used to come on Toonami. That's when I started watching Transformers. And then it did finish. It did finish. It stopped at 25 issues. Well, I think that's a good round time to end it. But man, wow, they actually ended it. So yeah, maybe I may give this series a shot. Maybe. The final issue was released on 2018, November 21st, in the announcement of a reboot for 2019. Okay, so it might get a little reboot. I've enjoyed Transformers Cyberverse, and I quite enjoyed. I did not watch Bumblebee yet. No, I did not watch Bumblebee yet. But you know how stuff gets leaked on Twitter. Not Twitter, on YouTube. Bootleg stuff and everything. I did see the opening scene of Bumblebee, and oh my god. Oh my god. I like what I see. I really, really like what I see. But oh my goodness. It just So with Transformers versus Rangers crossover the bots would be for sure. Heck, I would love to see a Transformers and Power Rangers crossover. I think it could happen. I think they could actually try to make it happen in a comic book story, because hello, the Zords are basically robots, the Transformers are robots. I think they could pull it off. They could really, really actually pull it off. Because I know I know the Transformers had a crossover with Marvel, with the Avengers. It was called New Avengers / Transformers. It was like for the why in the comics they have a web series and TV shows. I'm hmm. You know, maybe they can pull it off in like a maybe as a web series kind of thing. It was really good. I saw it in theaters. Hopefully, it's a taste of the future Transformers cinematic universe. More solo movies. I hope with Optimus Prime now. Hey, an Optimus Prime solo movie is not a bad idea. I think they can actually make that work. They can, and as long as Peter Cullen still voices Optimus Prime, I'm down for it. But yeah, I definitely gotta give Bumblebee a watch, and oh man, I definitely gotta man. I really got. And heck, I didn't even see Aquaman yet. I still need to watch Aquaman. Just gotta wait, wait till it comes out on DVD. Oh my gosh! But man, I'm surprised Layla's not here. Well, it's Friday, so people are doing. Bumblebee is the best Transformers live action, but an okay regular movie. But I want a Wrecker film or 13 Primes film. A film about the Wrecker. Ooh, I just had this thought. What if they just did a Dinobots movie? Just straight Dinobots? Because I was just playing Transformers Fall of Cybertron today. Well, I started playing it last night, yesterday. Transformers Fall of Cybertron is the best Transformers video game ever made. Don't at me. It's true. Cause that game is like the 80s Transformers movie put into one. I'm almost finished making a Bionicle Geysorg, but I just need one single mask piece. Bionicle. I remember those days. But yeah. Transformers Fall of Cybertron. And the story of that game is just brilliant. I played it. Yeah, I played it many times too. Like, it's just an awesome story. I want just a question. Did they shut down the servers on Fall of Cybertron? Because I haven't played it online like in forever. I've been played online like forever. But I just want to know if they shut down the servers, because playing online was always fun, especially escalation mode. Escalation mode was always fun to play. Sometimes you have people that weren't really skilled. I mean, I think Fall of Cybertron was the OG Dinobots were just made by Wheeljack, but Transformers War for Cybertron Falls were regular bots changed into dinos, and they did. That's what I want them to do. That's what I want them to do, like how they did in Fall of Cybertron. Because in Fall of Cybertron, it was Shockwave who turned Grimlock and his team into Dinobots. I don't think the servers are shut down. Okay, because I may want to purchase a online. Not 100% sure. I may want to purchase a online membership so I could play online again, just so I could kick some bots. If they haven't, they are soon. They are soon. They said officially they will be shut. They will be shut down. Man, that's the one thing though. I don't like it when video games make achievements where you have to get them online. That just makes it harder. Because not everyone's a skilled online player / sharpshooter. Did you play Yes, I did play Transformers Devastation. I beat that game twice. And it's a really, really, really fun game. It's just, I mean, would have been great if you got to play as the Decepticons in that game as well, because and it had a good roster of Autobots too. Optimus, Bumblebee, Sideswipe, Wheeljack, and Grimlock. So I think that was a good lineup. Oh, I think maybe Prowl would have been a good character to add into Devastation, because I was a skilled Decepticon seeker online, always number one on my team, playing with it and using a sniper. Yeah, because I know with the snipers, well, with the seekers, because they always got like the sniper styled weapons. But yeah, I don't remember what level I was. Like, I even purchased the Dinobot skins, which were cool to have, which were really cool to have. I liked that they were that were cool. Now another game though that's kind of iffy on my point. Transformers Rise of the Dark Spark. Ah, man. That game just basically tried to combine the movieverse with the Fall of Cybertron universe. That was a bad move. That was a really bad move. Wait a minute. I think High no, I don't think High Moon created that game. I know most people were mad because they took away the online aspect of it, and all they did was the escalation, which I didn't mind. And plus, I did like about that game is you got oh wait, yeah. So who developed this game? And that's when that studio was and that's when that studio was going under. Oh, Edge of Reality. Okay, it was Edge of Reality that developed this game, not High Moon Studios. But yeah, so yeah, defunct. Yeah, that wow. Yeah, they are out of service. But oh man, oh man. Yeah, I love the art style of Devastation. Definitely just like a make it look like the old school cartoon. But I mean Dark Spark's story was all over the place. And a lot of people criticize the graphics as well. I know. What hey, you got to play as a big array of Decepticons and Autobots. You had a big variety of choices to choose from. I thought that was cool. I've never been so happy to find a Bionicle piece. That's funny, Keishan. Actually, let me see what I forgot what the roster was because it was a very big roster. Nope, I don't think no, they don't tell you the roster. And it's crazy how this game was actually one of the worst games of 2014. Yeah, because the story was confusing. The total absence of multiplayer support on the Wii U. Wait, this game came out on the Wii U? Huh. But dang, it's crazy how that game got a. I love the Bayformer designs, but I hated when they called one character this and clearly looks nothing like them, like Mirage slash Dino in Dark of the Moon and Wheeljack slash. Yeah, that was weird. Remember Marvel slash DC buildable figures from Lego? Yeah. Oh yes, yes, I remember those. I definitely remember those. Yeah. So let me look up the roster that was in that game because I don't remember that well. But okay. So movie characters basically Optimus, Bumblebee, Drift, and Grimlock. You got to play as Lockdown, Stinger. Okay, basically these are all the characters that you get to play as in the game. Period. Stinger was a Walmart pre-order slash DLC. Cybertron, or now these are the cyber. All of these characters I'm about to say are Cybertron characters. Optimus, Bumblebee, Grimlock, Jazz, Jetfire, Sideswipe, Cliffjumper, Ironhide, Hound, Ratchet, Air Raid, Silverbolt, Scattershot, Snarls, Perceptor, Warpath, Zeta Prime, Slug, Swoop, and Ultra Magnus. Now for Decepticons, you had Megatron, Starscream, Shockwave, Soundwave, Swindle, Brawl, Onslaught, Blastoff, Vortex, Bruticus, Kickback, Sharpshot, Hardshell, Quake, Breakdown, Dead End, Dragstrip, Demolisher, and Thundercracker and Skywarp were DLC. I remember I got those characters because I did pre-order the game. Right, I'm off now. Night everyone, happy birthday. Thank you, Kel Sang Inferno. Thanks for stopping by. Also, I don't think Iron Man and Cap don't die in Endgame. Iron Man will get married to the end of the film, and secret scene showing what they thought was Cap's death was him going back in time. And Cap is like 80/90 saying hello. But yeah. I don't. That doesn't really make. I don't have to worry about that. But yeah, that was the roster of the game. I really want a TMNT open world game, the comic art style. Okay, speaking of TMNT video games, I got back into playing Mutants in Manhattan. That game really is a messed up game, and it was made by Platinum Games of all people who really know how to make really good hack and slash video games. But that game, Mutants in Manhattan, it is not that good. The controls are all over the place. Making different commands for the turtles, that was also all over the place. And then just sometimes when you needed the other turtles to like assist you, they barely did anything. And by the time you got to a boss battle, you were always getting your butt kicked. I'm on the second to last level. I was fighting General Krang. And so basically you have to go all the way. It's like a tower level. So basically as you're going up, you have to fight every single boss before before you fight Krang. And those bosses were Bebop and Rocksteady, not together, separately. Bebop, Rocksteady, Karai, Slash, um, this mutant character called Wingnut, and this other mutant called Armagon. I'm like, dang. We also need another TMNT and Rangers crossover, but in the comics, and the TMNT crew gets suits. Jesser would love that. I'm pretty sure he definitely would, especially being a big Turtles fan. But I mean, I think that would be I think definitely do it in comic, not on screen, because that was not a really good. I mean, back when I was younger, I thought that team up was cool, seeing the Power Rangers and the Ninja Turtles fight each other. But now I'm like, this is not a good team up. It's not. Maybe a Shredder Ranger? No, not even that. I would think let Shredder steal some power of the morphing grid and let him get his own suit. But that's not the name I will give him. But definitely have Shredder do something like drastic like that. And speaking of Ninja Turtles, I wonder what villain they're gonna use for the third adaptation of the Batman Ninja Turtles crossover. Because in the first one, the main villains were Shredder and Ra's al Ghul. The second one was Bane, and Bebop and Rocksteady did play a role in there. And now I really wonder. No, oh wait, I did say this. It's gonna be. I know it's gonna be Krang for the third adaptation. I just know it. There's no one other turtle villain that you could use. Shredder, Bebop and Rocksteady, and now Krang. Raph red, Leo blue, Mikey orange, Donnie purple. April will be yellow, and Casey will be white or silver. And Shredder and Lord Zed mutant fusion. Ooh, that would be quite the fusion. That would be quite the combination. Can you just imagine Lord Zed and Shredder working together? That'd be really crazy. But still that would be quite the team up. But it would be called Zedder. That's funny. I wish I could have finished the 2012 Ninja Turtles adaptation because that show is actually pretty darn good. It's pretty darn good. Now, what is something else I wanted to talk about? Um, oh yes, someone mentioned the Solar Ranger cover from the Boom Studios comic. That cover looks great. It looks really great. I haven't really been enjoying that story arc though, but that cover looks great. And I'm kind of excited that it's Shredder with exposed flesh and metal plates and spikes everywhere, and the Z staff turned into a mutagen dispenser with a growth ball. That would, that I'm trying to just picture that in my brain. Shredder and Lord Zed fused. Especially, well, then again, because when I picture Shredder in a final form, I just Super Shredder just pops into my brain. But man, how would that work? And I'm for sure gonna cosplay one of those suits of the Solar Team. Hey, I think you could pull it off. I think you could actually pull it off. But yeah, I think it's cool that they're the new writer Ryan Parrott is gonna be taking over both titles of Go-Go Power Rangers and Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, and he's bringing the MMPR team back in, and Tommy's gonna become the White Ranger, which is I think is a cool thing they're gonna do, but I feel like that's not surprising. I wonder though, they probably might bring in Lord Zed again, and I wonder if they try to do another Lambo. You better be taking shot. Nope, 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 nope. I'm not taking no shots. No shots. Not one. Maybe we can get Master Vile. No, no, no. I don't want Master Vile. Master Vile is one of the weakest Ranger villains I have ever seen. I wonder if this team returns to the main universe and us forever stuck and become the new team Solar Rangers in this universe. Shots, shots. Everybody, shots, shots, shots. No, I will not be taking any shots. But Lambo, thank you for coming in here, man. Thank you. I appreciate you being here. And quite a surprise that you're here too. I appreciate it. Um I wonder if they do another comic book event because Shattered Grid was so great, and I will be purchasing the collected edition. I might have to get the hard. I wonder what would be the. I don't know because I'm someone that doesn't really like tie-ins, but the tie-ins are necessary for Shattered Grid. So yeah, screw it. I might get the collected edition with all the tie-ins in there because there are a lot of tie-ins, and I think that book is gonna be very expensive. My estimated guess. I'm thinking that book's gonna be $50. That's my estimated guess. I hope the next arc isn't just one Ranger focus, but still a team. Yes, yes. I really hope it's not just one Ranger focus because, and that's another thing too. I feel like I remember when the first time they introduced Draken, it kind of dragged on a bit. That arc was really, really dragging on. I was like, I'll just wait. I was just really waiting for that arc to end. It was a cool introduction, but I felt like it kind of dragged on a little too much, just a bit. But still a great story. Still a great story arc. Um, what else? What else? What else? What else can I talk about? Um, oh yeah. So I mean, as I was, anybody have any questions as well? I know this is just a little live stream. I also do a little. I can't believe I finally got the Justice League Power Rangers book. I've been bugging to get that book. How are you enjoying your birthday? Lambo, wait, I'm thinking. I'll give you a chance to think, Lambo. Take your time, man. Take your time. How are you? I'm enjoying my birthday is pretty great. I didn't really do much. I didn't really only thing I did to treat myself was Toku, I'm not going to a brothel. Actually, hold up. Let's put that up there. No. Um but yeah, some stuff so yeah, stuff that I'm definitely gonna be doing live reads on. Justice League slash Power Rangers, Avengers versus X-Men. Thoughts on the Drowned Earth event. It was interesting. The Drowned Earth event was very, very interesting because I didn't know. I feel like, this is me. I feel like they only did that event because the Aquaman was coming out at the time. I feel like that's one of the reasons why they did that event. But I think it was very interesting. And they brought back Ocean Master as like a recurring character in that event. It was a pretty interesting event. And like, that's like the second Aquaman centered event because the first was Throne of Atlantis. That was a good story arc too. But Drowned Earth, it was very interesting. It was very, very interesting. But it wasn't long. It wasn't like big. It was only like about like 5 issues long. I can't believe that MMPR versus Justice League left on a. Yeah, it did. It did end off on a cliffhanger. I really want Boom to announce that they want to do another crossover with this because they could do so much with this. Like they really can. Like maybe they could have I don't know what could they do? What could they do with a sequel with with this? I mean, because the last thing we know is that Brainiac infected Alpha. But what else could they do with that? I mean, don't make Brainiac the main villain in the second one, but bring in the lead. I would say this is really hard because this stays in the realm of MMPR season one, and I don't really know how they can make that work. And you can only do but so much with art with season. The comic pulled an RP. Oh yes, they pulled it. Yeah, they pulled an RPM. They basically did. What else? Seriously, what else could they do, guys? Ideas? Any ideas that they could do with a sequel to Wait, hold up, wait a minute. It looks like a little promo was showed of oh my gosh. It looks like a promo of Power Rangers Beast Morphers was just shown on Nickelodeon just now, tonight. So look at that. We actually did get something. It's not a trailer, but it's something. I don't have a link to it, guys. I just see someone recording it on their TV on Instagram, so I can't really send it, but it looks dope. Do you have any comic book story pitches you thought of? Okay, I don't have a comic book story pitch, but okay, here's the thing. I guess this is a personal thing. Not personal, but a creative aspect I'm sharing. I'm I just started back going into creative writing. I'm also taking a creative writing course this semester in college. I had this idea of me, just myself, getting stuck in the Marvel universe. And I have other plans to do this with the DC universe as well. But this idea basically started like me and my dad were just, just talking, a little father and son conversation. And he like my family knows I'm a very creative person. I like that. And I'm thinking creative writing, you can do anything you want. But I'm thinking so basically what I was thinking of, what if I wrote a story about me being in the Marvel universe? And if you guys are gonna ask, do you want this to be a published work? Yes, I actually want it to be published. So, but here's the hard part though, because there's so many things you could do with that, especially with the Marvel universe. But here's the thing though, I have a wide variety of characters that I want to choose from. Like, but here's the thing though, I think with my version and the characters I'll probably choose, like the characters I'll probably choose, this is like before the whole Disney and Marvel thing happened. Hear me out. Spider-Man, basically. But here's the thing: I'm not gonna have powers in the story at all. I don't want to. I don't want to have powers. I just want to be like just me. My interaction. I'm basically gonna be interacting with like all the characters of the Marvel universe, heroes and villains as well. And the main plot of the story is how do I get home? It's kind of like it's kind of like the Wizard of Oz kind of thing, but in a way, like I'm stuck in the Marvel universe. How do I get out of here? And it's basically gonna be like a journey of me interacting with every single Marvel character, every team out there. Well, I wouldn't say every, but like the most popular. I I already know who's the first hero I am gonna interact with, and that's definitely gonna be Spider-Man because Spider-Man is my favorite superhero of all time. So yeah, Spider-Man. I have this awesome moment where I'm gonna interact with Deadpool because here's the thing though. I know you can't really do a fourth wall break with a book or with a story, but I want to have moments where so you in the Marvel universe, Blackwing visits the Marvel universe. No, not the zombie universe. It's gonna be the mainstream. It's gonna be mainstream, the mainstream universe. Earth 616. That's what it's gonna be. But yeah, yeah, it's gonna be basically me. Spider-Man will be the first hero interacting with. But I just wonder though, because I want to do when you watch movie like animated movies, like okay, like Spider-Verse for example. Anytime a new Spider-Man showed up on the screen, there was like uh you got the character profile where they explain themselves like, okay, let's talk about this for the last time. I am Peter Parker. I'm the one and true Spider-Man. And they go through their backstory, their everything, their history. I'm thinking, how do I pull that off, in a story like that? And I know that's another thing because this is written. Wasn't Zeo Turbo comics published by Marvel in the past? I don't know. I know Zeo had a comic book in the past. My pitch is Spider-Man, but Peter's still a high school teacher, still married to MJ. He's teaching Miles how to be Spider-Man and ends up being in charge of the high school newspaper. Ooh, that's a good pitch, Lambo. That's actually a really good pitch. And that's another thing of what characters I want to use because there's a lot of fan favorites now. I actually think I want to choose. I'm actually thinking about wanting to use Miles in the story because Spider Verse came out. Miles was already a popular character, but Miles's popularity hit the roof once that movie came out. It really hit the roof. So I think it would be a good idea to have Miles in there, and this would make him a resident of the 616 universe. Because I know Earth 616 has their own version of Miles, but he's evil. It's crazy how that story ended. Miles leaves the mainstream universe to go to the Ultimate Universe, which has just been fixed and rebuilt, which is awesome that universe is fixed now. And Miles, who's from the Ultimate Universe, is forever staying in the mainstream universe. So I'm thinking I will keep Miles around. Well, actually, you know what? And have him speak more Spanish, not just an offhand word randomly. I mean, look, I understand Spanish is in his character. Spider-Man 2 was weird. Like it didn't have the big not culture. It didn't have like a big impact interaction with Peter and Miles like the first Spider-Man team up was. And that team up was a good crossover. That was a really good crossover story. But it just and plus what they did with Taskmaster as well, because I know Taskmaster played a role in that story, but it didn't really go that well, and it was. I need more Hispanic and Latino Marvel heroes. LOL. I mean, look, I don't. My Spanish is not. You keep up with Thor. Okay, Lambo. Funny that you asked that. I feel like I chose a bad time to jump onto Thor comics. I started reading Thor comics when the whole Marvel Legacy thing started up, and I started with Mighty Thor issue 700, which was a milestone issue, and that was a very long history. I mean, I knew about the history, Thor, every yada yada yada. Then Thor became unworthy. Jane Foster became Thor. She has cancer. Now, don't she when she's Thor, she's strong, but when she's not Thor, her cancer is killing her and everything. And so yeah, I know what's going on, but it's just I felt like I chose a bad time to jump on the Thor comics because there's some great runs of Thor before this. Like I think Greg Rucka wrote some Thor comics, and J. Michael Straczynski has a great Thor run. Like there's so many other runs that are great, but I feel like Odinson is back. I know, yeah, I know Thor's. I know Odinson is back to being Thor now. I know, but it's just I feel like I chose a bad time to jump on, and plus I really don't like the art in the series. What's the name of that artist? Mike Del Mundo. I really, really don't like that art. I can't. That's the one thing that's pulling me away from reading the series. That's the one thing that's pulling me away from it. How dare you? I'm sorry, Lambo. It's just that art. It's not making. I love when I'm reading good story. I love good art. Who doesn't love good comic book art? But this art, no, no. I'm sorry, just no. And it's just so much stuff is happening right now in this storybook. I know they're also building up to the next Marvel event, which is War of the Realms, and that event has a lot of tie-ins. Like, let me pull it up. There's so many tie-ins happening for that event. Like, it's not even funny. War of the Realms. War of the Realms. Yeah. So basically, they have like a big road to the War of the Realms. Uh, And then look, like so many tie-ins, Guardians of the Gal. Okay, as Guardians of the Galaxy. I don't know why they created that series as Guardians of the Galaxy. Which issues 8 to 9, Avengers issues 18 to 20, Champions issue 5, Fantastic Four volume 2. It's like I like the aspect of this event. Because like they're really having the entire Marvel universe play a role in this. Now listen to these other tie-ins like War of the Realms, Punisher. No, wait, no, not this one. Here we go. War of the Realms, New Agents of Atlas, War of the Realms, Journey into Mystery, War of the Realms, Spider-Man, and the League of Realms. I may read those tie-ins. War of the Realms, Strike Force, the Dark Elf Realm. That's a one-shot. The Land of Giants, the War Avengers. So I think this event is going to be a kind of cool. But yeah, that's gonna it seems pretty cool. Oh, I got some news I actually want to announce to you guys. Since everyone in the Toku community is doing rewatches of Power Rangers, I've decided that I will also be doing a rewatch of the entire Power Rangers franchise next year, starting in 2020. Reason why? Because 2020, I'm praying, I'm hoping, I will praying and hoping that I'll be able to attend Power Morphicon next year. That is my goal. That is my plan. I'm making sure that that goal gets achieved in the next year. I'm trying to make sure that I go to PMC next year because I saw all the pictures from everybody having fun at PMC. I wasn't there, but I heard it was a party all weekend, especially on that line. I really don't want to experience that line next year because everybody was tweeting about that on Twitter. Like seriously, like people were on that line for like 5 hours. I'm like, You guys haven't gotten inside the convention center yet. What happened? So yeah, I'm trying to PMC 2020. I'm trying to make sure that I go to. So yeah, that's one of the reasons why I'm rewatching all the Power Rangers next seasons next year, and because I should be graduating next. I should be graduating. Yeah, I'll be graduating in 2020. Oh, Lambo, I already know you enjoyed PMC. I saw pictures of you with you, Karn, the bros from Legion of Boom, Esta. You guys were having a ball. Like every everyone that I follow on PMC was having a ball. I'm surprised Boom hasn't made the MMPR Power Pets comics. LOL, Pitbull, Snake, Hamster, Parrot, Cat, and Iguana. That would be a funny kid book. That would really a really nice kid book. But yeah, so those are the two reasons why I will be watching all of the Ranger seasons next year. And I will be reviewing them. I will be reviewing every single one of them. And of course, I feel like by that time I definitely should have watched every single Sentai season that became a Ranger season. Because the only ones I haven't watched yet are Zoo Ranger, Kaku Ranger, O Ranger, Car Ranger, Mega Ranger, Go Go 5, and Magi Ranger. I think I should have watched all 7 of those shows by the end of this year because I skipped some for a reason. And I'm also going to be rewatching Die Ranger for the second time. So, wait, no. This will be my first time rewatching Die Ranger because that was my first ever Super Sentai that I watched, and I think it's going to be great to rewatch it again for a second time because I think that was a great jumping on point for. That was a great jumping on season to jump onto for a Super Sentai season. That was great. So yes, I will be reviewing every single Ranger season. I think it's gonna be good. I know some of the seasons. Okay, some seasons are gonna be hard for me to get through, like MMPR for example, because oh my gosh, look, I'm being on. Look, seriously, guys, just take your nostalgia glasses off and just really see. Mighty Morphin Power Rangers is not the best season ever. Okay, just because it was the first doesn't mean it was the best. All right, even like I'm looking back at season one, like the best moments of season one were Day of the Dumpster, Green Candle, Green with Evil, and Return of an Old Friend. I feel like those were the great episodes of MMPR season one. And actually add the Doomsday episode onto that list as well. Because like every single episode was just, your stereotypical formula. Oh, here's the plot of the day. Monster shows up. Rangers fight monster. Rangers lose. Rangers lose to monster. Rangers gotta find a way to defeat the monster. We found a new way to defeat the monster. Defeat the monster. Rita makes the monster grow. Megazord battle. And the same thing. Relax. Repeat. 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 If it's a two-parter, that's different. But that's the main thing of every single episode. Repeat. 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 Like yeah. So yeah, I'm thinking, yeah, MMPR is gonna be the hardest to get, especially season two, because after White Light, the whole voice change for Trini, Zach, and Jason, and then the power transfer, everything goes downhill for MMPR right after the power transfer happens. I'm sorry, that's how bad it is. But yeah, that's if anything, I think that I don't really think I have anything else to talk about. Other than that, I think that's it. But in that case, I guess this would be a good ending point. But thank you guys so much for being here. Thank you for the birthday shout outs. Feels great to be to be 21. Shout outs to the people who came: Calrissian, Toku Kid, Kachin Vlogs, um, Kel sang Inferno, Craven Spider, Batman 101, Dawnbreaker, and Tevye Smolka. Thank you guys so much for being here. Oh, this black guy and Blue Beetle Legacy. Yeah, thank you guys so much for being here. It's been great. I'm blessed. I thank God for just giving me another year of life, and it's just been really great. So, of course, guys, like, comment, subscribe. Also click the bell from now on. Click the bell to hear back on every upload that I do. And as always, I'm Vengeance. I'm Darkness. I am Blackwing. Stay golden.